And that's attractive, man. Like, people want to work with that. And so as you level up, you're pulling in these good team members, you're pulling in these good partners. People are coming to you and saying, hey, I want to work with you, I want to do business with you. And that is a byproduct of you being what up? I'm having a delicious latte. If you're a real estate investor, fix and flipper, real estate developer, and you are stuck at $2 million, it's probably because of 3 reasons. And I will go over those 3 reasons in this video. And the reason I can say this with a high level of confidence is because I have built multiple 8-figure real estate development companies myself, and I also work with real estate investors who are 7-figure businesses, 8-figure businesses, and even 9-figure businesses. And almost everyone makes the same mistakes. The first mistake that they make is in the team that they build around them. I was in a meeting the other day, and it was a company that I'm working with. And the leadership in this company, we were arguing about who was going to get credit for something. And it was so petty and just like ridiculously egotistical that they were like nitpicking at each other about who was going to get credit for this win, rather than sharing the credit as a team and everyone enjoying in the fact that the team had this win. They were fighting over who was going to get an attaboy. It was ridiculous. The team that you build around you is crucial to your success, and not just your internal team. Your internal team is really important, and I go over that in lots of other videos. I go over the external team that you need to have around you in order to be successful. Your internal team has to be built up of the right people. It has to be the right people sitting in the right seats and all rowing in the same direction. I've used tools for years that can help with identifying what people's strengths and weaknesses are and making sure that they're plugged in the right spot, because the team members will either make you or break you. And one bad apple, one cancer, will destroy you in the long term. And even if that bad apple is highly productive, letting them stay inside of the business or tolerating bad behavior or putting up with crap that you wouldn't put up with anybody else, but this person does a whole lot of work, no, they still got to go. Cancer is cancer. Regardless of the short-term benefits of the cancer, it will still eventually destroy you. So cut them out. The team that you build is really critical, but what's also critical is the second thing, the business model that you have. I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen this where someone has a broken business model, but they just keep making the same mistakes again. If you're in fix and flip and you've plateaued and you're stuck and you can't seem to break this barrier, I'm telling you, it's not because of you. It's because of the business model. And the fact is there are some vehicles that are better than others. What's his name? Warren Buffett said something along the lines of, it's not the size of it's not how hard you row the boat, it's the size of the rowboat that you're in. And it's super true. Some vehicles are just better than others. There's easier ways to make money. If you identify that you cannot get deal flow because it's too competitive, everybody's fighting over the same scraps, then it's probably time that you look into a different business model. That's what I talk about on this channel. It's what I help people do, is to make that transition from fighting over scraps with all the other flippers out there and transitioning into ground up development, whether it's building a single family home or building an apartment complex. You can take your skill set today and move it over into this space. The difference is it's a lot easier, you make a bunch more money, and you're building legacy projects rather than working on, $250,000 house that you're going to flip in 4 months. If you need help with any of that, there's a link either in the description of this video or in my bio. You click the link, watch the video. I talk about how I may be able to help you, and you could schedule a call with me. But when you do, after you have identified that the model is broken, making the pivot quickly and not being stuck and doing more of the same. Because if your head keeps slamming up against that wall of $2 million top line revenue, then you have to at a certain point say, okay, this is no longer working, and the sooner I can make a change and make that change quickly, the sooner I can move into true profitability. But it's that window of time from identifying the problem to making the solution. You can stretch that out as long as you want. I have seen people who will stretch this out for years and identify the problem, but then wait 2 years to implement a solution. And I've seen people who look at it, they say, oh yeah, there's a ceiling on what I'm doing right now. This model is broken. And as soon as they identify it, they pivot into something else and they're off to the races. That's entirely up to you how long you want to stay in a broken business model. The third and most important thing is becoming the person. In order to get the team around you that's going to bring you up, that's going to elevate you, in order to attract those type of people, you have to become the type of person who will attract top tier talent. And you're not going to do that by staying the same. You're not going to do that by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. If you're not constantly stretching yourself and allowing yourself to get embarrassed and like make a few mistakes, and I do think mistakes have been glorified like in the entrepreneurial space. Like mistakes absolutely suck. So I'm not glorifying them or pretending that they're something that they're not, because they're miserable. But you do learn things from them, or at least I do. Maybe you don't. But I learn all kinds of stuff from mistakes. So being embarrassed, falling on your face a couple times, it's not the worst thing in the world, because you cannot become the person unless you're going through the things that mold you and craft you into that person. And so the harder and more aggressively you go and you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the faster you're going to become that person. And your talent, your skill level, because you're building character, you're building integrity, you are building yourself into the person that you were created to be. And then your skill set is raising with that. So now you're highly developed in character and highly developed in skill set, and that's attractive, man. Like, people want to work with that. And so as you level up, you're pulling in these good team members, you're pulling in these good partners. People are coming to you and saying, hey, I want to work with you, I want to do business with you. And that is a byproduct of you becoming the person, becoming the man that you needed to become. It's a beautiful thing. It's the most impactful thing about entrepreneurship. Even if you didn't make any money, everyone should go through entrepreneurship for a period of time, because it's the #1 self-development program in the world, man. Like, what you learn about yourself in entrepreneurship, and especially inside of real estate development, inside of real estate investment, because of the high risk, high reward, just type of business it is, man, it's invaluable. So put yourself in the bad positions, become the man you need to be, pull in the great team members. If you see something's broken, change it, fix it, move on to something new, and don't look back. Hope you got value out of this. If you did, and only if you got value, subscribe, like the video. See you in the next one.